everyone, I'm Mike Quackenbush, Director of Fun, and welcome to Podcast-A-Go-Go. Welcome to Free Match Monday. You ever wonder what would happen if you took some of the most exotic characters from Lucha Underground and you mixed them up with the zaniest characters from CHIKARA? Well, it happened at King of Trios 2015, and we're going to watch it right now. Team AAA takes on the Gentlemen's Club.
It is main event time here, King of Trios Night 1. And what a doozy we've got on top for you tonight. Mike Quackenbush and Leonard of CHIKARA get the call for you now. The Gentlemen's Club versus Team AAA. I cannot wait.
What an entrance there by Team AAA. You saw Aerostar, he was shooting fire. His costume was lighting up like a modern day Max Moon.
Like a modern day Max Moon,
That's
he
right.
says.
Right up your alley. Again, you got to be careful with that fire on the Swamp Monster. He could ignite. But starting things off for the Gentlemen's Club team is Drew Gulak. You know, we've talked all night about the different wrestlers we've seen here. We've mentioned AJ Styles is possibly one of the best wrestlers in the entire world. Silverhand is possibly the best ground wrestler in CHIKARA. Drew Gulak, as far as I'm concerned, hangs in there with those names like an AJ Styles or a Silverhand. And he's going to get a huge opportunity here in the main event of Night 1 of King of Trios 2015.
It's going to be really interesting to see the way the styles mesh here. Both Drew Gulak and Chuck Taylor certainly spent enough time at the Wrestle Factory, well-versed in Lucha Libre. I don't mind telling you the Swamp Monster does not spend a lot of time at the Wrestle Factory. No? So that's what I'm interested to see. Dragon versus Swamp Monster.
I think he's at the barbecue joint down the road with me.
Down on the mat right now with one of the very best mat technicians you'll find, Drew Gulak. That is Phoenix. One of the great high flyers from Mexico, and he is on a team of high flyers. You can make the argument they're probably 3 of the 5 best flyers in the world right now, all on one team. But you've got a more well-rounded team, perhaps, in the Gentlemen's Club.
Well, and again, you've got the wild card of the Swamp Monster. You know, we've seen the Swamp Monster have bursts of energy, crazy offense that we've never seen out of anyone before. And then, you know, sometimes we see Chuck Taylor yelling at him for 20 minutes.
Tying him up right now. This is a man who spent some time training under Jorge Rivera, as have so many of us here at CHIKARA. The master of the Llave, as it's known, the lock. And he is tying up Drew Gulak. Down on the mat right now is Phoenix.
Oh, and if there's going to be anyone who knows how to get out of a submission hold, it's going to be Drew Gulak. And again, as much as I hate to say it, I love to see Drew Gulak wrestle, but I love to see him in a hold because you can see his mind working, figuring out how can I get out of this, and it's just so interesting and unique the way that he transitions from one hold, escape, counter, back into another hold, but right now, Phoenix in control of Drew Gulak.
As you said, negotiating his way out of the hold, and he just turned that wrist down. He's going to use that top wrist lock to great effect as Drew Gulak. Wow, look at this. Spring after spring, resorte after resorte. Leg control fireman's carry, rolls through. There's the seatbelt. The influence of Jorge Rivera on plain display here as Phoenix of AAA went hold for hold for hold with Drew Gulak.
You know, you mentioned about how these are 3 of the best high flyers in all the world, but whenever we have visitors come to us from Mexico, we see that they're very adept, very skilled at that mat game. And again, to see anyone go hold for hold and get the better of several exchanges with Drew Gulak is amazing.
I think generally speaking, as a stereotype, Mexican luchadors are thought of as great high flyers above all other things. But that stereotype just doesn't bear out. They are every bit as good down on the mat. As we just saw, Leonard. What a great exchange there.
Not a tag, but a handshake. And Chuck Taylor, now the legal man in the ring, trying to get a hold of Aerostar.
There's no stopping this guy. He is all momentum. What? He just turned around on the bottom rope.
I think I saw Chuck try to do the same thing.
How do you get a grip on this guy? Great looking enziguri there, poised to spring from the springboard. Look at him soar!
Again, the hang time that he got off, that was just remarkable. Aerostar now. Mike, what did I just see?
Look at Aerostar go! And the Tiger feint.
Mike, again, a lot of these guys I've seen before on TV, on videotape. That's right, I still get videotape. But it's another thing to see them live in person. This is amazing.
The stars of Lucha Underground, bringing Lucha Libre to the States and representing AAA in Mexico. And doing the home office proud tonight. Drago, I think one of the most interesting competitors in the entire field. I am super excited to watch that front heel trip. Look at him go.
Taking on 2/3 of the Gentleman Club by himself is Drago. And look at this. Sucker Drew Gulak, and it's rare to see Drew Gulak make a mistake like we just saw there. A little bit of a roll, thought better of the dive. Oh, and Mike, this is what you wanted to see.
There are so many mythical creatures. Phoenix Dragon Swamp Monster.
Swamp Monster extending the hand. Oh, I hope Phoenix isn't afraid. Commenting on the stench coming from the Swamp Monster was Phoenix there, Mike.
Good grief, you heard the sound of that. He went a little bit too high. Look at this. He stuck him on his head with a satellite head scissor.
Again, you never know what you're going to get out of the Vigilante Swamp Monster, I tell you, Mike.
So many Vigilantes running around.
At least 2.
At least 2.
Chuck Taylor now taking over control of this contest.
From the double underhook. A butterfly suplex and a warm ovation for the Kentucky Gentleman for his textbook execution of the butterfly.
Only a 1 count either way. Chuck Taylor giving Bryce an earful.
Wow, he cracked him right in the stomach. Drew Gulak, no wasted motion. What's he setting up here? The crossbow. Rare that you see this hold used in North America.
Careful.
He doesn't have it all the way on. He's just using it to punish him right now.
Yeah, you see him now transitioning to the arms. I was a little concerned there, grabbing at the face. You want to be careful taking off the mask could be an immediate disqualification. Not that Drew Gulak would do so intentionally.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen, the crossbow. Sometimes you hear this one misidentified as a Romero special. That is not the calling card of Rita Romero. The crossbow is a very different hold, and it's very difficult to escape from. And that's about one of the only ways out, face first. Drew Gulak now punishing Phoenix of AAA. He is the youngest in this match. That is to say, I am guessing the Swamp Monster is of some age.
An undeterminable age as well. I did not get invited to his last birthday party, so I could not tell you how many candles were on the cake.
I think I know how to do submission.
Oh, look at that. From the Kamagatame, what's he got? Whoa! Is that the Regal stretch he's managed to find his way to?
Oh, but he's just biting him on the upper back!
That is illegal, fans. You cannot win a match with a bite.
And you mentioned about how Phoenix being the youngest competitor in this contest. I'm sure Chuck Taylor, Drew Gulak, and maybe the Swamp Monster know that coming into this contest, isolating him during this portion of the matchup.
Phoenix able to tag to Aerostar. How about a springboard from the middle rope? Why not?
Giving a little size away to Chuck Taylor there, ran into the brick wall that is the Kentucky Gentleman. Chuck Taylor just barreled through Aerostar.
The height advantage of Chuck Taylor really served him well there, and you're not going to want to mix up flying games with Aerostar, who will simply take your breath away with the high-flying moves he can do. Little Swampy here doing his best.
The swamp-encrusted talons just across the back of Aerostar here.
He's got terrible hygiene, I understand.
He certainly does. I'm used to it by now. I'm around the Swamp Monster so much. When I don't smell it, I know there's something wrong.
Aerostar now in the wrong part of town. The Gentlemen's Club, I suspect, will be very cohesive as a unit, because even though AAA selected these three to represent them, they are oftentimes rivals. They're oftentimes on the opposite side of matches together. Especially these three exact guys that we're seeing here. Aerostar, Phoenix, and Drago.
And that's a great point that you bring up there, Mike. Of course, you know, they're working well together, not at this very moment, but at the early going of this contest. It could be one mistake that immediately turns these three against each other, and that could spell defeat for them.
Another terrific submission hold here from Drew Gulak. He's mixing together two different elements here. He's got, you can see part of the Kamagatame going on, fans. What's also known as Gonzo surfboard, the original surfboard. He stacked him on his head, though. He's making him do a back bridge and carry him on his neck. This is Drew Gulak in his element here. He is just picking them apart and keeping Aerostar down on the mat. That may be the best possible defense against his flying game.
And after every hold, after every pin, you see Gulak trying to keep his body in contact with his opponent's body. It's a forearm, it's a holding of a wrist, it's stepping on a foot, whatever it is, he is in constant contact with his opponent when in the ring. Chuck Taylor now instructing the Swamp Monster to hold Aerostar there wide open. Oh!
Oh, Chuck Taylor. Oh, he went for the Enziguri. He missed. I think Aerostar hesitated. He wanted that up momentum, and that heartbeat that he waited, Chuck Taylor was able to avoid it.
I've never missed.
Chuck Taylor, he does not have a great success record with this moonsault press. I almost thought that would be the one, Leonard. Here comes Phoenix.
Phoenix, a series of forearm shots there. Chuck Taylor with the reversal. Gulak right there, though.
Trying to stay one step ahead of the Gentlemen's Club here, but Phoenix, he's having a hard go of it. Managed to get rid of Gulak, but he ate that super kick. Keeping his eye on the action here, Phoenix. Wow. Those are some forearms. Laying him in.
One more. No, Phoenix was ready for him.
Look at this!
Like the way he just soared through the air. Phoenix is amazing. Chuck Taylor in the corner. Eats a drop kick again. Aerostar with a little kick of his own on the outside. Gulak immediately in. Chuck rolls to the outside, letting Gulak become the legal man in this contest. Phoenix desperately needs to make a tag. Roll to the outside, do something.
Look at Drago. Springboard from the top. Now Aerostar. You gotta be kidding me. Senton from the top with a little elbow drop action. Gorgeous standing moonsault press. Team AAA starting to hit on all cylinders now.
Bryce doing his best to get some sort of control back in this contest.
Oh, he ran right into the kneecap. You could hear the crack of that. So quick to escape. High kick from Phoenix, though, slowed down the Kentucky gentleman.
And after everything that we saw, Phoenix is still the legal man in this contest.
Soul Food finds the mark, fans. Look at this. What is the Colonel doing up there?
What is the Colonel doing on his feet? He's usually being pushed around in a wheelchair. Did he even come out with the Gentleman's Club? Where did he come from?
I did not even see him. What is he doing? Well, he's adding a distraction. Key crusher to the Swamp Monster. The Gentleman's Club almost advanced thanks to the Swamp Monster.
I don't know, the Swamp Monster was doing pretty good for himself there.
I have to agree, he almost had the match won. One of the preeminent high flyers of the era. Phoenix, look at this! That guy can pull Frankensteiners and head scissors and Hurricane Ranas out of thin air. And so quick on the attack is Aerostar. Out to the apron, nimbly to his feet, no surprise, given the agility of this man, freakish agility. Look at this!
Oh, Mike! That was 3.5 rotations at least.
The springboard tornado of Aerostar. What? A thunderous double foot stomp. Look at Phoenix go! Tornado de Fuego right over the top rope.
And Team AAA has turned the volume up in this match. What's Chuck Taylor have in mind here?
The Kentucky gentleman with a tope con hilo. He was the first Rey de Voladores, don't you forget it. Orange Cassidy. And the Colonel gets a super kick.
And Orange Cassidy's just leaving. Gulak with the pin.
He got the poison fog right in the face. I'd head to the showers too. It's Drago and Gulak back and forth. It's kick for headbutt. Gulak and Drago in center ring. Too high with a clothesline. Look at Drago go. The Alita leg control. Look at this. He's got him all wrapped up. Nice and tight with the schoolboy. He's got him. And that's 3. Team AAA are moving on.
I don't believe it. What an awesome match.
Let's go back down to Gavin Loudspeaker and get the official word on this one.
King of Trios 2015 is the newest addition to our CHIKARA subscription service. And if you haven't given it a try, you need to check it out right now. Head over to CHIKARAtopia.com, where the first week of unlimited streaming is absolutely free. Then meet me back here next Monday for more Podcast to Go-Go.